Two of the dumbest questions that can be asked by a sales consultant that is approaching a guest at a dealership are these. Number one is, can I help you? Number two is, how you doing? Let's go over, can I help you? Now, can I help you is such a silly question, and here's why. Your employer hired you to work at that dealership to help the guests that call or they come in. So to ask this guest, is it okay if I do for you what my employer hired me to do, is ludicrous. And when they say no, or I'm just looking, as that defense mechanism come up, guess what? You're done. Because anything else you attempt to do beyond that now sounds like you're infringing on their privacy, you didn't listen, and you're aggravating them. But really, you set yourself up by asking them a closed-ended question. A closed-ended question has two responses, yes or no, which means that when you ask, can I help you, you run a 50% chance of hearing no. Not very strong odds. The second silly question is, how you doing? Here's why that is. You may say, well, Brian, that's just a greeting. Is it really? When two people walk past each other on the street or in the grocery store, anywhere, one person typically says, how you doing? You know what the other person says? How you doing? I'm fine. How you doing? So you got two people who have just asked each other a question. Neither one cared about the response. As a matter of fact, if you ask somebody walking down the street, how you doing today? And they stopped and said, you know what? I'm glad that you asked. You know, I'm looking to lose a little weight. I want my marriage to last longer. And, you know, I want to raise my kids the right way. Most people would call that individual insane. But are they insane, or is the person that asked them a question and didn't really want the response or expect the response insane? See, in sales, every time you ask a question, it has got to be to gain information or acknowledgement or confirmation. Anytime you ask a question that is a closed-ended question where the logical response isn't yes, you've just put yourself at a 50% chance of forcing this person to take a mental trip back through a negative experience. Oh, how you doing today? Oh, woke up this morning, had a nail in the tire, stubbed my toe, and all of this. So now they've just taken 3 steps back as they revisit all of the negative experiences they went through before they came into your dealership. When in truth, to be successful in sales, you want to keep these people as positive as possible as you progress them down the process. So the way you greet, can I help you, how you doing, is two silly things. Think about it like this. When you visit someone's home, on the floor mat, what do they have? Right, welcome. Why is welcome on the floor mat? Because they want to make the guests feel comfortable. Know that when people come to your dealership, no matter how nice you are, no matter how state-of-the-art your store is, no matter what, their apprehension level is on 12. They're excited about the potential purchase of that new vehicle, but they dread having to deal with that sleazy, slimy, lying, snake in the grass salesperson. So it is our responsibility to change the paradigm of the general public by giving them a process where it is all about them. It is all about the experience. It is all about making sure that we understand what their problems are and we focus on providing them with a solution. That's it. It's not about being the cheapest. If you're the cheapest, 9 times out of 10, you won't have that job long, or your dealership won't be in business long because your profit margins will go down. You can't afford to pay the bills. You can't be the highest all the time because, again, you'll lose customers to competition. You won't be in business long. You go out. So all dealerships operate within a similar window, which is very, very small. And what determines whether they do business with you or what your profit margins are on each particular deal is solely based on the experience that you provide them with. And yes, money will always be important. But when value supersedes price, you know, people will be willing to spend a little bit more to buy from you than going someplace else they can get it cheaper, strictly because they like and they trust you and they felt good about giving you their business. It's all about reciprocity, reciprocation, okay? So your greetings, welcome them to your lot with a firm handshake. Give them your name, ask them their name. Really act like you give a damn, because you should. All right, so work on those greetings as people come to your lot. Remember, can I help you? How you doing? Will lead you nowhere. Welcome them. Greet them, introduce yourself, get their name before you even consider moving anywhere down the process. I'm Brian Maxwell, and I'll be coming at you with some more tips. If you're looking for productive sales consultants, contact Sales Professionals of America Recruiting and let us go to work for you. I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership.